Hi clarinets. We are on exercise number 34, doodle all day. If you remember from the last video, we learned the note B, okay? And B was 1, 2, 3 with the thumb on the back and then your middle finger down, okay? So none of your other fingers on the bottom hand or your right hand are supposed to be down, okay? Make sure that your pinkies are resting on a key, but they're not pressing the key down, all right? So, if you haven't already done this, go ahead and write in the notes for exercise number 34. You can pause the video and then play when you have the notes written in. All right, now that you have your notes written in, let's start going through the exercise. So the first measure we have is E, E, C, C. The second measure is E, E, C. So we're playing the same notes over and over again, but you'll notice that measure 1, the E's and the C's are quarter notes, and then measure 2, the E's are quarter notes, but the C is a half note, which means you're going to hold it longer than you normally would for a quarter note. So you're going to hold that half note for 2 whole beats. That half note C is going to be held for 2 beats. So really quick, this is what it sounds like. Did you notice how I took a breath right after that C? You'll notice that there's a breath mark right after that. That's the apostrophe that is in between measures 2 and 3. You'll also notice I was tonguing each of the notes, ta, ta, ta. I think we've talked about that before, how you need to make sure that you're tongue with your tongue and not the back of your throat. The other thing you would have noticed is that I held that C half note in measure 2 for 2 whole beats like we talked about, okay? So let's try it together. 1, 2, together, 2, ready, go. And then you should have taken a breath. Let's try it again. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, measures 3 and 4. We have E, E, F, E, D. We already know that E is your pincher. We know that F is just your thumb, left hand thumb, and then back to E, and then D is 1, 2, and thumb, okay? So we're gonna go E, E, F, E, D. And that D, again, is a half note, just like the C in measure 2. So you have that half note, and you're gonna hold that for 2 beats just like you did the note before. So let's go ahead and play measures 3 and 4 together. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. All right, now I want to know how many beats does that rest after the D get? If you said 2, you would be correct because you know this, 1, because there's 4 beats in a measure. That's what the time signature by the treble clef tells us. There's 4 beats in the measure and the quarter note gets the beat. All right, so we know the half note is 2 beats. We need 4 beats, so 4 minus 2 is 2. So that would be how you figure it out math-wise. But you should also know that it's 2 beats because it looks like a hat on top of the line. If it's hanging down from the bottom of the line and it looks like an upside down hat, that's a 4-beat rest. If it's on top of the line, that means that it's a 2-beat rest. It's called a half rest, all right? So make sure that you're taking the full rests, okay? You're not just taking 1 rest, okay? You're not counting for 1, and then you're not taking a whole year to do the rest, right? You need to take 2 whole beats to do the rest, all right? Let's try it again, and I want to hear you rest, rest at the end. 1, 2, measures 3 and 4, go. Rest, rest. Let's try it again. Make sure to say that rest, rest. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. Awesome job. Now we're going to go from the beginning. We're going to do measures 1, 2, 3, and 4 to kind of chunk all what we learned together now. All right, so starting at measure 1, make sure you're taking that breath mark where it says to breathe and make sure that you're playing those half notes for 2 beats and you're resting for 2 beats as well and tying with your tongue. 1, 2, ready, go. again from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. All right, so now that we know measures 1 through 4, well, let's move on to the second half of the song. So measure 5 has D, D, B, B. This is going to be hard, okay, because you're not just putting one finger down, you're putting 2 fingers down. So this is D, 1, 2 in the back, your thumb, and then you're going to put your ring finger down and your middle finger on your bottom right hand at the same time. So it's going to go D to B, D to B. Real quick, I'd like for you to pause the video, and I want you to practice playing D to B. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze, but I didn't. All right, so D to B, it's going to sound like this. And then you can get faster once you're comfortable. And eventually you should be able to do this. And that's how you know you have the D to B mastered, is when you can do it really fast, okay? You don't have to do it fast, but when you can do it fast, you know that the transition or going from D to B is something that you are now good at and you have mastered, which means you got it right. All right, so pause the video, practice D to B, and then play it when you're ready. All right, measures 5 and 6 are D, D, B, B, D, D, B, and then you hold that B in measure 6 for 2 beats, just like you did in the beginning with the C, okay? Measures 5 and 6, taking that breath mark after measure 6, and then also playing that half note for its full value. Let's do this. 1, 2, ready, go. And you took that breath, held that half note for 2 beats. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, the last 2 measures are G, G, F, D, C. So G is open. That means none of your fingers are down, but they're close to the keys. Then F, back thumb, left hand on the top. And then E, oh, there's no E. Just kidding, Miss Mude. Get your head together. All right, G, open. F, back thumb. D, 1 and 2 with your thumb on the left hand. And then C, 1, 2, and 3 with your back thumb. Let's try that together. G, G, F, D, C. 1, 2, ready, go. And then a breath mark at the end, because by that time you're like, I need air. All right, let's do the last 2 measures one more time before putting the whole song together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. Do you think we can play the whole song now? If you said no, I'm sorry about your luck, but we're playing the whole song. If you said yes, awesome, we're playing the whole song. All right, from the beginning, number 34, Doodle All Day, we're playing the entire song, and you are indeed taking the repeat, which means you go right from the end back to the beginning, okay? So let's do that together. 2 times through from the beginning, okay? Let's do this. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. Again. that last note, the whole note, you need to make sure that you hold it for 4 counts both times, okay? I stopped to tell you that we were doing it again, but you should have kept going, okay? You can sneak a little breath in there, but make sure that you play that whole note for 4 whole counts, okay? Because that's what it wants you to do. All right, I think that we should do that one more time just to make sure we have the hang of it. I want you to think of 2 things that you can improve on for next time. Maybe it's taking the breaths when you're supposed to. Maybe it's playing the half notes or the whole notes for their full value. Maybe it's tying and tonguing with your, tying with your tongue and making sure that tongue is hitting the reed, all right, and you're not using the back of your throat. Or maybe it's getting the notes and hitting that B, or maybe it's just playing notes that you already know. Either way, or whatever your 2 things are, I want you to take those 2 things this time and try to improve on them and see if you can get better at those things that you think you can work on. Okay, so let's go through it one more time. We are again taking the repeat, which means we're going through it 2 times, and you are getting better at those 2 things that you think you can get better at. All right, enough talking. Let's do this. 1, 2, beginning, and go. Rest, rest. Again. Rest, rest. Awesome. Those 2 things that you thought about that you should get better at, if you did, awesome. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Every time you play your instrument, you should get better at a couple things, whether it's blowing through your instrument, not squeaking, playing the right notes, tying with your tongue, whatever the case may be. Every time you pick up your instrument, there should be something that you're getting better at, okay? Because when you practice, it makes you better, all right? Practice makes permanent, which means whatever you do when you practice, that's going to be your result at the end, okay? So that was Doodle All Day. Thank you so much for playing with me, and join me next time for number 35, Jump Rope. Bye!